Wow, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Well, great win tonight. Great win, nice bounce back win. 3-2 win we hang on in this one against the Milwaukee Brewers in the first of three, uh, which we got very good starting pitching from left-hander Matthew Liberatore, who's had a really strong start to the season. He's in his short career. Uh, he's pitched very well against the Brewers in his career. So, and yeah, this was our first time facing Milwaukee this season after they've made the playoffs, winners of the Central Division the past two seasons. Last year, I think, was a bit of a surprise, uh, in which they got rid of manager Craig Counsell. I think a lot of people didn't think that they would be that good and make the playoffs, but they did. But they lost in the first round of the wild card series to the Mets. Uh, and yeah, so Liberatore will go six and a third in this one. Six and a third, actually, he would go, well, 6 innings total, would face a batter in the seventh without recording it out. Give up only 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 4. We would take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Nolan Gorman would have a sac fly to score Brendan Donovan and put us up 1-0. And then the bottom of the fifth, Lars Nootbaar with an RBI single scoring Mason Wynn. Before that, Mason Wynn would steal second, but then be safe at third on a fielding error by the Brewers shortstop. And then Brendan Donovan with an RBI single to put us up 3-0. Scoring Lars Nootbaar could have gone up 4-0, but Wells Contreras was out at home. And it was a close play, but he was ruled out. So that put us up 3-0. The Brewers would then get on the board in the top of the sixth to make it 3-1. RBI single by Christian Yelich, scoring Jackson Chourio. And then the top of the seventh, Sal Frelick with a leadoff double. Before that, on a no-one count, should have gotten the first out, but Nolan Arenado with an error, a dropped ball, but it was a foul ball, but it was charged with an error. So that would end the night for Liberatore, and then Kyle Lehey would come in, would give up a single to Rhys Hoskins, and then would walk Collins to load the bases for pinch hitter Jake Bauers. He would ground out. Only 1 run would score to make it 3-2. And then he would get the next 2 guys out, so the Brewers, who had the bases loaded, no one out, would only score once, in which they had a chance to tie or take the lead. So huge job, great job by Lehey. Phil Maton, despite allowing a hit, 2 hits, would not give up a run in the eighth, continuing his solid start to the season. And then Ryan Helsley would close down the top of the ninth, would give up a leadoff hit, but then a double play and a fly out to end it for only his 4th save. I believe all 4 of his saves this season, I think, have been at home. So, yeah, which is a bit interesting, I guess. Yeah, all 4 of his saves have been at home. So, his first save since last Wednesday against Houston. So, of course, we had that 4-game sweep of the Mets, and then series against the Braves where we lost 2 of 3, and the 1 game we won, we scored 10 runs, won by 6. So, yeah, this was a great start against a solid Brewers team. Now, hopefully, continue that tomorrow afternoon when it's Sonny Gray in the start against left-hander Quinn Priester from Milwaukee. Gray's been off to a solid start. He's 3-0. We lost the last time we played, but did not get a decision. So, but yeah, so see what happens tomorrow. So till then, kind of saying, go Cards.